everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name is Mike, and in today's episode we have this guy for you. That is the heavy-duty rescue helicopter from City Coast Guard, the 2017 version. So let's review this beautiful craft. Alright, and here we have the finished set. That is one good looking helicopter, I have to say. A bunch of accessories is added, especially the kayak is really nice addition to this set. Minifigs are really awesome as well, along with this jet ski and a very classic type of shark. But the helicopter takes the cake. The color combination with dark gray, orange, blue and white works really good here. I love those intakes. I love a lot of shaping that was done here. So let's check out this thing in details. Starting off with the nose, we have the nice build for the radar thing, that might be even a sonar to locate things in water. The windshield piece is actually not very rare, it was used before. And you can see that the stickers along the set are also really good. I mean, we used to have bad stickers in many sets from the city line, but this one actually does work good. The line of blue in between bricks and the actual sticker is very well made. I like those small decals like rescue button, the Coast Guard decal, and pretty much there is nothing much more than that except for those emblems and the squadron number or the unit number 5 on the side of those engine intakes. There is a big sticker in the back right there, and that is also the Coast Guard emblem. Well, adds a great touch, a great value of colors to the back of the helicopter. Really good looking guy, but let's see what's inside. The first main feature is that we have the sliding doors, so both sides actually are fully functioning sliding doors, and this side has a retracting arm for the rescue hook to unfold, and this thing actually has the mechanism on the other side. The knob for operating the crane is somewhat exposed, that this knob right here, it does stick out, but well, at first you don't notice it, but when you know it's there, you will probably see it as a not so good addition. They should have hidden the mechanism somehow. It's just sticking out, but it works as it's supposed, so rotating it can move the hook up and down. That's pretty easy to follow. The mechanism is very simple. The hook has just some sort of string going through the hole inside, and there is the rotating thingy on the other side to actually just grab the rope for you. The doors of course slide on the other side as well, and yeah, you can see that the side with the knob doesn't look as good because of this thing sticking out. Well, at least they kept it in a different color, so it adds some value to the looks, but I really think they should have somewhat hidden this mechanism. One cool thing that differs this set from the previous one is the hatch door in the very back, so it has some sort of a hook to grab it, and you can remove the whole thing like that. And actually there is a space for the jet ski that we get in the set. It goes right in. There's plenty of space. The thing is that it takes all the space in the back, so there is not much else left for any sort of equipment. We don't get any sort of equipment in this set, not even a medical equipment that would be required on such helicopter, just this thing. But well, it fits, so I don't really mind. I think the previous set has some more accessories, so I'm not sure why they actually decided to leave this one without anything inside. The rear rotor is a one single piece. That is a fairly good choice for such set. I really don't mind having this in such a good shape. Works great on a Technic pin. And the main rotor blade is consisting of 6 different blades with those decals at the very end of each tip to, well, showcase its rotating. And the cool thing is that it has a somewhat of a uncommon piece for helicopters. That is this hexagonal one single piece that is holding all those blades on the shape of the rotor, and it actually looks really good. The same thing can be said about the shaping of the top of the body. We have some nice studless finish here. I like those dark gray and black slopes that make up all the way to the rear wing of the helicopter. Actually looks really good. The intakes of the engines, the actual exhaust can be seen here, and the intakes that I mentioned before are also a fairly nice build. We have these rims inside to just imitate those blades of engines, and the whole thing here is angled nicely so that we get a very nice build for the engines, quite an upgrade from the previous version. The cockpit section is not very detailed, unfortunately. That is this only windshield piece that is coming off, and the only thing we have are two printed slope pieces. I'm pretty sure those are very good prints. Of course, not sure if they're exclusive, but we get them. Those are prints, not stickers, so that is a cool addition. And besides that, there is nothing else in the cockpit. No knobs, no levers for the pilots to control, and the space for the minifigs is just this blue space inside. You can also see the exposed mechanism for the rescue hook, so now I can show you in detail how it actually translates to the movement of the hook. If you compare the current helicopter with the previous one we had from Coast Guard, you can see that the looks are fairly similar. I'm not sure which one is better. I thought that this one is better, the new one in looks, but this one also has some really cool angles, and the back has a single piece for the whole hull instead of a hatch door. The main difference also is that this guy has a functioning motorized hook function. It doesn't work right now, it's right here, but we have the batteries drained, but it actually just press the button and retract the hook back to the helicopter. So the hook is actually inside the same way as it is on this guy pretty much, but the door are wing doors, so they open upwards. Otherwise, not many differences. The looks are still with this guy because of the engines and the finish here, along with those stickers. I think they are better. This guy had old stickers, so you can see they are somewhat tearing off right now, so I don't really mind that on those stickers because the new ones do not do that after certain periods of time. Both helicopters really good. This one is hard to get, of course, because of the older set, so if you get this one, still you do get a good model. The main accessories for the set included the kayak or the canoe in red form. That is fairly new piece, so looks really good. One single probably floating piece of plastic, and also we get the build for the jet ski. That is not very appealing. Some stickers on the sides, there's a cockpit and some sticker for the Coast Guard. Otherwise, it's a pretty much simple whole piece with some brakes on the top. And of course we also get a classic shark. The set also provides us with this build for the lighthouse in the distance. It looks really good for what you get, just a few pieces, but well, you get this distant perspective for this guy, and also it comes with a small build for a shipwreck. The set also includes 4 minifigures, 1 helicopter pilot, 2 Coast Guard rescue workers, and the survivor that is being saved. The pilot is the guy in the gray jacket with some orange sweater underneath. We can see some nice printing in the front, especially this somewhat hidden by his coat flap, the Coast Guard symbol. There is also the same symbol on the very back of his jacket. Legs are fairly common in blue, one single face expression, and he comes with a very classic white helmet with a visor. The next two are Coast Guard rescue team members. We have 2 gulls with life jackets, of course. Same prints for the torsos. I love detailing with this equipment, harness, and the orange jumpsuit underneath. Quite a good print on both of them. Same thing as I said before. One of them comes with this fairly common piece of hair in this burgundy color, and the other one just comes with a helmet with a diving visor. Also, we get fairly common face expressions, nothing too special here, so the best thing about them is definitely the print for torsos. And the last guy is our stranded civilian survivor. He comes with life jacket as well, fits in a canoe with his paddles to maybe save himself from the situation. And the coolest thing about him is his face expression with those spots of sweat coming along his face. That is a quite an uncommon print, also cool looking piece of hair. That is one of my favorites in the Lego minifigs, and his print for the jacket is not very impressive, just a common one. Same goes for the dark blue legs. The entire set looks really good on the paper, and same goes for when you hold it in your hands, but the only thing that throws me somewhat off is the pricing. Right now it is retailing for $60 in the US. That is quite a lot for 415 pieces, I have to say. So at this point I cannot really justify the price, given the fact that even in Europe and in the UK the set goes for slightly less than that. Well, if you have $60 and you really want a Coast Guard helicopter, that is a good choice, but otherwise I would think that $60 can be spent elsewhere for a good Lego set. For this one, I would think I would wait for a small discount somewhere. Alright, and that is it for this set review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content, and I hope to see you again in the future videos. My name is Mike, and I'll see you again on BrickVault.